already. I think it's kind of normal to see these kind of vetoes. Last Refuge is also a double-edged sword. It's kind of a good map for Fiends, I guess, since the traveling distance from the main base to the expansion is quite small. You can also get the Zeppelin for your meat wagons if you want to micro it accordingly. And yeah, it's just looking really, really good there on Last Refuge sometimes. But it can also go in the other direction. If the Mountain King, for example, as the first hero, is bolting you down in the early game, is getting level 3 real quick, then he can just like kind of trap you in your own base until he's hitting tier 2, then adding an Archmage, Paladin, or Blood Mage, and 2 Sanctums to get rid of your Fiends and transition into tier 3. So a lot of strategies can apply on that map.
Okay, let's take a look at the tournament so far for both of the contestants at our beautiful war3reddit.com. Group A, Infi won against Nicker in the group stage, then lost to Remind, but was able to beat TBCBM to advance to the quarterfinals. In Group B, it was pretty easy for 120. 2-1 against Focus, 2-1 against Colorful. Easy wins there. In the quarterfinals, it was 120 beating Moon 2-0 and Infi with an upset beating Fly 2-0 in the winner bracket semifinals. 120 beat Remind 2-1 and Infi Focus 2-0. And now they're here. Winner bracket semifinal Infi versus 120.
Yeah, and as it seems, they are good friends. They're exchanging a few words in good spirit. Also, Altar is a little delayed, so he's going for the late DK. I think I've never seen it from 120 so far on this map. Usually he's liking his super early DK, using it for some harassment, but he will go for some creeping, and then on top of things, with 3 Fiends, I guess he will push into the human expansion, maybe try and kill a lot of units earlier on, and usually you transition from that into meat wagons with a Lich. Sometimes you skip the tier 3 entirely for like a long distance, but for Infi we see the Archmage first, so he is playing his kind of standard game. And yeah, I was looking forward to that game, since Infi is definitely one of the best human players of the world, and 120 so far best under player we have in 2015, 2016. Yeah, kind of interesting to see the outcome of this match. I think they didn't play in a competitive match yet.
Ooh, you put me on the spot here. I have to check my preparation stuff. Let me see. I think they met once.
But I think they didn't meet in WCA.
They didn't.
Because he lost against Yumiko and then he lost against T8.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was eliminated quite quick. And in ladder, it was 50-50, the outcome of that.
They met in 2014 in the WCA. It was a 1-1 in the group stage. And in the ESCC in 2015 they met. It was a 2-0 for Infi. But of course, until then, a lot of water was flown down the river. And yeah, as you mentioned it, we saw crazy ladder wars between the two players on the NetEase as a preparation for WCA 2015. And that, you mentioned it, it was kind of 50-50. So I think it will be the same issue here, but I'm really interested in this play by Terra, or 120, because he is not pressuring the expansion at all so far.
Yeah, 1-0 is very good, very good player. And we see 1-0. And now we see Infi going for the Shadow Priest creep here. Most likely he is looking forward to get the Sentry Wards. But from 120, he's going for the spot here, the laboratory. And this is something I talked about with Hate Love Anger on the plane to China. And he's like, you can creep that right away. It's really good. If you get the Book of Dead, the game is already over. So this is something Hate Love Angerish. I'm not sure if he was aware that Terra is playing it as well. But if this item is a Book of Dead, it can be kind of crucial.
Yeah, also a health stone would be awesome, or in the early game a health...
nice block of that footman. The DK is going down to the creeps. Now the Archmage arrives from the other side and he's killing him.
Oh my god, where he is! There he is! Fireball coming in, DK down, but it's only level 1, not level 2 in this one. Horrible early game for Terra so far. But yeah, it's like a few seconds until the DK is back. It's just 170 gold. Of course, it throws back your tech, but you don't have enough lumber anyway.
Yeah, and yeah, this escalated quickly, I guess. and I don't think that the early game can go in favor of 120 anymore. When the Archmage hits level 3, he can easily pressure the Fiends, easily pressure the main base. The tech is super delayed. I think Infi could even go for the tech right now, since there's absolutely no pressure coming. Sick block
Yeah,
coming out of Infi. He's killing that Fiend easy peasy, even going for the second one.
you're once again a little ahead of me, so maybe you restart your stream or something. I'm not too sure, but the Fiend
I
remains
think when I
alive.
restart, I will be even further ahead.
Okay, so the Fiend remains alive so far. And can he get it with a coil? Yeah, through the woods, saving that one Fiend. So you were wrong about that. No Fiend dead so far.
Yeah,
Okay.
and two Fiends are being micro towards the expansion. He wants to kill the Arcane Tower. If it's not in place already, I'm not sure. He didn't check it yet, the Mr. Commentator. Yeah, but it is there. We see the Arcane Tower hitting the Fiends already. And I think Infi should start tagging. If he is not tagging already, just a huge upset. Losing the first year gives you that amount of time that you just need. And he's still level 1. Even the Mana Stone is a great pickup to have some more mana regeneration going for you, but I don't see how he's turning this early game around.
Yeah,
Right now, the DK is being focused once again.
the expansion, of course, up and running for Infi, well protected. And he really relies on his destroyer push later, I guess, like Hasuops back in the day. But he's mining so much in the meantime. 4 Fiends,
Yeah.
tech finally started, or okay, it's halfway through. But of
Infi
course,
is
yeah,
taking super fast as well. He's getting everything. If he's not letting this game slip out of control, he should be able to close it pretty easy. Right now, going for the mercenary camp to just have additional forces, sending one of the illusions out to figure out what his opponent is up to, getting the Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, as well as the Berserker. And he's up to 48 supply already. Is this a Mantle of Intelligence +6? It would be the perfect item for him there. And so far, yeah, 120 is really struggling. Actually, finding his level 2 was important. And now going for the creep jack here, but the creeping is already done.
yeah, we have a few Fiends pressuring the Archmage immediately, but I guess he has defense on his footies, so it's not that easy to kill something here and find his level 3. And he sees the situation. Okay, I can't do anything here. I have to retreat. Now the next towers. Here we see the tech of Infi. And yeah, tier 3 must be very, very fast for Terra here. This spiraled out of control fairly easy.
Yeah, the creeping could have been so powerful, but he took way too much damage, and Hail of Anger wants to creep it also with ghouls. He said it's much faster, and you can just surround the priest, and then afterwards you surround the Orgamagi, coil onto the priest, going down, and snare being used on the fiend, even losing one of the fiends. You can see how low HP all of the fiends are. He has to micro them really, really good if he's not willing to lose them. And another
Wait, you're once again
fiend.
ahead of me because the stream was buffering like a bit, and now here comes the entire Footman army. Maybe a surround at the tavern. No, he's not getting it. Another answer being thrown to the water element, so the fiend will get out.
Even deny on that footman. Really well done by Infi. Not letting slip anything here.
Yeah, this is kind of what Infi is known for. Like, if he has an advantage, he's like laid back, playing with one arm, everything in control. He knows exactly how to use his advantage to full force.
Yeah, he's also leaving that one footman with defense die in the middle just to buffer enough time so that he can reach the main base of his opponent to harass the acolytes.
Yeah, he's
Also
going.
kind of smart.
He's going for the ghouls first. Of course, he can't really reproduce the acolyte since he just is in 50% of his tech. He's going for it immediately. Exodus from the acolytes, but how many can he save here? That's the big question. DK is back. There is a Lich, so he has Nova available as well.
Yeah, and he has to be careful with the Fiend as well. He was even able to kill one of the Fiends. Two of them are super low HP, no borrow. The first statue is out on the field. He's able to save the Acolytes so far. There's still 5 Acolytes in total in the gold mine, I guess. Now finally killing the first one.
Okay, yeah, he's blocked there at the Ziggurat. This one is definitely gonna go down. Saving one Fiend as well. But yeah, with the statue, this is of course a little easier. The Archmage is diving deep into the main base of the Undead. There is a new Nerubian tower. Terra with his back against the wall. Level up for the Archmage, level 4 already. And now the Acolytes are all dying. The tech is still in problems. Jesus, why do you spoil this? There it is. GG. You're such a faggot.
This was the easiest game of his entire life, I guess. But maybe he couldn't see that creeping because there's a lot of hair in front of that glasses. So maybe he didn't see how his DK got super low HP. But I'm kind of disappointed. I was really hyped for that series, and the first game was just down the toilet.
Yeah, Last Refuge, of course, a great human map.
It's 50-50, I guess.
What?
Yeah, against Fiends, it's definitely 50-50. It's not a good human map. You can ask Hog about it. It's really not that great.
Well, Hawk says it's the best human map of them all. Or is it just against Night Elf? Or what is he talking about?
Against Night Elf, it's pretty good. It's his favorite map against Night Elf. But against Undead, it's... Amazonia would be the next map. This is also, like, can go both sides. If you have a really good... excuse me, creep spot there, where you barely lose anything, then game is awesome. If you lose a lot of stuff right off the bat, game can turn into shit. We have seen it when Romantic played. Game turned into shit in 30 seconds.
Yeah, right from the start, of course, Mr. Romantic. The special one, as we call him. So yeah, I think Amazonia, of course, very, very hard to creep the Expo. This is what Infi heavily relies on, his expansion play. So maybe this is 120's map to take. What's the last remaining one? Echo Isles is out. Secret Valley. Maybe Secret Valley.
I don't really know. I can't recall. We have seen the map videos, but I completely forgot about it.
Turtle Rock is out. Tarinas is out. Echo Isles is out. Twisted. I think it's Twisted.
Yeah, Twisted could be. Yeah, Twisted could be the case. Yeah, Infi likes to play Twisted, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he likes to play all the big maps where he has a lot of time, a lot of...
Yeah, where he can get a lot of towers.
Yeah, towers and tanks, exactly. Infinite Towers, the 6th race.
So I refreshed my stream real quick.
Cream?
And the cream, I refreshed the cream.
Oh, the cream looked pretty bad.
The cream is really nice on my coffee. It's really good. It's looking amazing.
I had this cream 4 days in my refrigerator, and it looked kind of bad, so I just refreshed it.
Yeah, so game starts for me right now.
Yep, I think we're super in sync this time.
Nice.
And yeah, it is maybe the last map before Infi reaches the grand final. And here we go. It is, as we mentioned, Amazonia in the bottom left. We have 120 in the upper right. Infi, who was struggling at WCA and in some more tournaments, and even in the group stages here at the GCS, it didn't look that great for him. He was struggling against Remind, but now it really showed that, okay, it's not Infi playing bad, it's more like Remind being so good. Okay, I think you're kind of out or gone.
No, I just wanted to leave you hanging for a second.
Oh, you're so nice today. It's really a pleasure casting with you.
It's always a pleasure.
You're spoiling the games, leaving me hang.
That's pretty much not down to me. I was just starting the stream way earlier. Not sure why I got no delay. Right now, my stream is super pixely and really bad. Before that, it was amazing, flawless, and looking HD.
Me.
Your stream is fine, the Chinese one?
My stream is perfect.
Nice. So, let's see. This time, the early DK once again around the corner. No Mountain King. It will be the Archmage once again. I think he really doesn't want to play Mountain King against the Fiend styles, and it's really hard to face the Lich. As soon as the Frost Armor is out, your Mountain King becomes kind of useless. And later in the game, it's... When you hit level 5 and you have Banished, then it's great against Fiends. But before that, the early game, okay, but Lich comes out, you're just, like, throwing it away.
Okay, we'll see. This time it is the early DK, not the Fiends first, so he can pressure the upcoming expansion of Infi. I'm curious if he's going for that spot right away, or if he will get level 2 first. Yeah, okay, it is the green spots first, like we always see. Let's see if he can do, or not do the mistake that Remind did here on AZ. And so far, looking pretty promising. for him. This will grant him level 2. Here comes the DK. Is he able to steal the Water Elemental? Or is the deny from Infi sooner?
He could. No, I think he would rather steal the creep. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Maybe he can last it the water elemental.
Uh,
Wow, almost a surround. So well done, almost by Infi.
yeah, but he got the item, Mantle of Intelligence +3. Very, very good pickup here, but still level 2 on the AM, despite the fact that one creep was stolen.
Yeah, you can't really do anything about the level 2 for the Archmage on Amazonia. There's not like any scenario where you can kill as much as that he's not getting level 2, because the laboratory is done when you arrive there, and then you barely miss any experience. You can even kill, like, I think both of the small wizards, and it's still enough. Infi calling his militias right now, going in there super fast, not losing any time. He knows that if he's losing time, the DK will be there in place, the fiends will come, and right now he's just killing off the 2 mud golems. Perfect focus so far, no stun on the Archmage yet. Another stun goes on the militia, so no damage taken on the Archmage. Another coil kills the militia. And the DK also got 50% of his level up already, not killing any of the trappers and both of the skeletons being ensnared. This creep looks really crisp here for Infi.
Yeah, but still 2 peasants down, and can he get the last hit on the rock golem? I don't think so, but still he's trying to go for it. It's a surround attempt, but no, all the experience goes to Infi, but no level 3. He killed enough to deny that. 3rd peasant down, so the expo is a little delayed. The skeleton is not enough for Infi to reach level 3, so level 2 water elementals not just yet. 120 is teching, of course, very, very fast once again.
Yeah, very fast tech. But this is his usual kind of playstyle that he prefers to play, not the late tech that we have seen on Last Refuge. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how he's responding to it. If Infi is killing one of these small priests that he's attacking right now with the 2 footmen, he will get the level 2 water elementals. And with that, he should be able to deal with the fiends as well as the pressure that is about to come. The DK in the meantime is going back to the main base, creeping the laboratory with 1 fiend and 2 skeletons to also secure him the level 2 and the aura. By finishing that and the green spot next to it, he should be close to level 3 or like at 2.4, 2.5. And now he's basically waiting for his Lich to arrive.
Yeah, Circlet, of course, another good pickup here. More HP, more mana for the first hero. The Fiend scouting a bit, but of course this gives Infi time to secure this expansion. But how many towers does he have to build? How far will this delay his tech? These are the questions that we're asking here. Boots of Speed immediately. And so he can run back. Is he going for the Harass again?
Yeah, I think he wants to cancel the slaughterhouse for skeletons being sent inside the expansion to kill the workers. Lich should be like almost coming out of the altar. Usually when you have like these 5 moons on top of things where you have this little clock, Lich pops out of that altar. Now the DK is being focused by the water elemental as well as the Archmage, getting into orange HP already. He's coiling the Fiend. 3 Fiends not enough to deal with the Watermans and the Footman. And the Lich is rather late for the timing he usually prefers. And he's not getting a Slaughterhouse yet, I guess.
And the tier 3 tech has also not been started. So some kind of hiccups here in 120's play. Was there a blacksmith or a lumber mill in the back of the base? I think it was a lumber mill, right? Not too sure.
I think it was a lumber mill, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
And he got the Shredder on top of things, so he will start taking soon.
Level 2.5 on the DK. How much damage can he do? It's not the perfect situation for 120, but he's still going for it. 3 Fiends, a few skeletons. The Lich is, as you mentioned, late, but he made its way into the expo. So many footmen. I bet they have defend already, so it's even harder to kill something here. But of course he wants to get rid of the towers. But he does not want to dive in too deep.
Yeah, but this looks way too good for Infi so far. He's getting everything. He's getting the towers in position. Now he has to cancel one since it's being attacked, but he can easily repair it and upgrade it one more time. It's still alive. 2 water elementals out. No shop yet. Maybe in the main base. I hope he really got a shop since he wants to use his clarity potions to get like 2 or 3 water elementals out at the same time. Fiends streaming in once again. Want to cancel the tower. 3 water elementals now. They're hitting the Lich. The coil goes on to the Lich. I'm not sure how many coils he got to spend anymore. Is there a surround on a Fiend? Nope, barely missing that one.
One more coil, and yeah, Infi used a lot of mana to defend this one. 3 water elementals at the same time. I'm not sure how many are left there, but the DK is in problems now. Oh boy, the water elemental hitting hard, but he is able to move out. Still one step away from being thrown down to the consolation final against Remind. Can he come back to this another 3 water elemental combo? Here comes the Lich with a Nova, but he's surrounded. Coil saves him for once, but for how long? There is defense, so it's taking a lot of time to kill that Footman. Not enough. Lich goes down, and 120. He is struggling so hard. Infi is playing his best game of the tournament so far.
Yeah, best game of, I don't know, even WCA has not performed that well. This is definitely the best series we have seen from him. He's playing so well, getting everything done that he needs to do. Even surrounding that Lich is kind of crucial. Now he got the Zeppelin in place, getting that one. He's teching, he's getting the towers in the main base as well as at the expansion, getting the Blacksmith in the way of the Fiends so that they cannot easily stream in to snipe the towers. In the meantime, he wants to go and intercept the mining there, maybe even get one of the zappers at the laboratory, but also 120 is aware of that, is around with the 2 statues. As soon as he can morph a destroyer, I think he will definitely chase down that Zeppelin there, but the Fiends have to be careful. I think he lost already one of them, or maybe even 2 of them, I'm not sure. But one of them died for sure, so the Fiends have to come back, and when you are not applying pressure, then it's looking good for the humans since he's mining without upkeep on 2 gold mines.
Yeah, still no tier 3, still no chance to go destroyers, still no Orb of Corruption. 120 is lacking so much in his place at the moment. But maybe crazy creeping. Here comes the drop. Immediately web on the Zeppelin, but he's still able to do some damage. One Acolyte getting saved by that coil, but one is down as well. And he's still attacking, mind you. No reproduction of the... Okay, they're all alive, but the Lich
died to the creeps!
Oh my god, what a horrible mistake!
Yeah, this is 120 how we have seen him also in WCA ground. He's just underperforming, not even keeping that Zeppelin webbed. So he is still there. The threat of the Zeppelin is still alive. And even though this is the best performance from Infi, this is also the worst performance I have seen from 120. All his latter games look always super crisp. He's playing it so well. But this game's like both of them, so many mistakes, so sloppy. Infi is really forcing him to play not his very best, to say the least.
Yeah, this dude is only 19 years old, so we can imagine that he's nervous playing the biggest game of his career, most likely. But it's not looking well. He has to learn to get his nerves under control, and here comes Infi defending, attacking, all at the same time. This is just a routine for him.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that this game is already over, but it's hard to imagine how Infi would let slip this game out of his hands. And taking that shop and maybe killing it might be a step in the right direction, but yeah, he's getting the towers. He got the Arcane Sanctums. Not sure if it's only one there at the expansion or if he got a second one as well in the main base. First Breaker is out. I think he is also taking to tier 3 in the meantime, since he got like so many resources out of that expansion without spending barely anything. First Footman going down to the Nova. Orb of Corruption is really important to focus down these Footmen. By killing them, he's just reducing the forces here from Infi, and with that, maybe the Meatwagons can be successful.
Yeah, there is only one as far as I can tell, and it takes a long time. The expansion, of course, well walled off with a production building, with a blacksmith who can tank so much. But now he's diving in again. The Archmage, of course, remains alive. He killed a few peasants, but the mining is still to 100% here at the expansion. Mountain King back to full HP, back to full mana, as it seems. And yeah, with only one meat wagon, he's not able to do enough damage. Now the Footmen are all dead. We see the spell break. His militia support coming in. Infi really wants to defend this here. And so far it's looking very good. He even has a staff ready.
Yeah, tier 3 is done. Paladin about to be out of that altar, I guess.
And 120 once again on the retreat. Another Stormbolt hitting the Fiend. Infi slowly but steady, diminishing the forces of the undead. It's only 3 Fiends remaining. But he's killing some stuff here at least. Finally level up for the DK. But the Water Elementals, nice focusing on the catapults. Killing that one. And without siege damage, I can't imagine breaking the Expo.
Yeah, I can really not see it. Even if he moves destroyers, there's no chance that he's moving into that expo. Sometimes you don't build enough towers, but this 5 towers should be enough.
Yeah, I
I
think
think you
so.
also got like workshopped in the main base already.
Must have.
So
But he has a bit of time now. The heroes for the human don't look that great. It's 4-1-1, I guess. So it's not the best that he could get. One tower down, but the mining still going on. Oh, he's building knights. Knights and gyros most likely. 48 food for the undead. Does not want to go into upkeep, of course. He can't afford that.
this was the very first time that Infi had to stop mining for a second at the expansion, and he's just using the buildings as a buffer for time. Now he's just letting him get a little bit of damage on all the buildings that he got there, the towers, the town hall. He's not letting it fall. He's just leaving it there to buffer for time so that he can level up his Mountain King, can level up his Paladin. There's no Dark Ranger yet for the Undead. The Destroyer here from 120 is scouting the whole thing. Now Dispelling the Water Elemental expansion is dropping lower and lower, but I dropping too low. Now the Town Portal comes in and the fight's about
Very
to start.
aggressive town portal by Infi, immediately stormbolting the Lich, getting rid of this catapult in like a split second. And of course the Knight super efficient against the Fiends. He needs like 4 hits or something and the Fiend falls. One coil saving that one, but 120 has no chance to stay in this fight against all the Water Elementals. Now the Destroyer joins the fray. Finally some magic damage against the Knights. Holy Light saves it in the last second, but here comes the coil to rescue the Fiend, to counter-rescue the Fiend here. So well fought by both players so far. As I can tell, focusing on the Mountain King, but there's a staff and not enough damage with Holy Light combined to get rid of him.
Yeah, but you have to say 120's fight micro is really on point. Like everything, every coil is hitting. This is what he's also kind of famous for from Ladder. He got this on point micro where no fiend is dying. And he really keeps the fiends all alive. The Meatwings, it's a tough story to keep them alive. We see a tank killing the shop in the main base, so no more statues can be produced. Gyrocopters are streaming in against the destroyers. More knights are being built. He's building a shop in his main base once again. Finally getting rid of the Zeppelin, maybe. Nope, not yet.
No.
Attacking the tower. And now the stream starts lagging for me.
Okay, here comes Infi again from the east. The beast from the east here on Amazonia. Saving that Berserker. So many spells have been thrown onto that, but in the end it dies. So no Holy Light for a second. The Destroyer up in the air trying to dispel the Water Elemental. But here comes the Gyrocopters. He does have Web. We know that from the early game. Infi even building a Sorceress, but immediately getting snapped. And your stream seems to be broken at the moment.
Yeah, it's reloading.
Okay.
So
he's getting rid of those, of the blacksmith. So there's a lot of more space for him. And no knights anymore. Of course, he can produce tanks. He can produce gyrocopters.
yeah, and if he's losing like blacksmith, he cannot produce. He can produce gyrocopters anymore, but not
really?
knights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
you
yeah.
can still produce gyros.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Oh, okay. Didn't catch that. So what Infi should do right
Holy shit, that Nova! Now it's time for 120 to make severe damage here. All the peasants dying. I think there are like 6 corpses on the ground right now.
I'm still not there, but I saw the Nova on your stream. Wow, so much damage.
Okay, maybe 120 is getting back into this. The one destroyer seems to be enough to get rid of the towers. One fiend is falling. I guess the DK is out of mana. But here comes Infi again from the right, flanking in a lot of web, but definitely not enough. The fiend getting catched by the Stormbolt, immediately dying, and he has to run away as fast as possible. I don't think there's a town portal on the undead army. Oh boy. The Knight Stormbolt combo is so good against the Fiends. One down, second one down with Holy Light. 120 is losing so much in this. He accomplished so much in the expansion just a minute ago, but now he falls down a cliff.
Yeah, there's even no Dark Ranger. You really need the third hero against the triple human nuke potential, just to have that silence in place, or even if you kill the workers, you get skeletons out of that also buffer damage. But he was not able to do enough damage early on. Another Fiend being bolted here. Even with the healing and the frost armor, it will be tough to get her out, but it is enough. A knight being stepped out. Lich out of position, could be easily surrounded. The surround is being closed. Level 3.5 Lich is dead, and this is most likely game.
Yeah, it is the GG. Infi victorious. The Emperor is back. 2-0 in the winner bracket final. It looked so easy for him on the first map. He was kind of struggling in some points at map 2, but overall, a dominant performance by the world champion of 2014.
Yeah, today we just saw 2 rapes, like 2 times 2-0, and both of the series, all the games were just won by the guy who was leading it right from the start. Infi was leading both games right from the start, and he was not letting this game slip, like, no chance. So 120, I don't think that he was underperforming that much, but Infi just playing really good. And this is what I said, like, as soon as people figure your style out, you are screwed. What he should have done, like 120, is maybe dodge Infi and TH. Don't play them in ladder. As soon as you realize you beat them constantly, like 2 or 3 times, don't play against them, dodge them. Just try to play the important games against them and win these games. But yeah, he's dropping not out of the tournament yet. He's just going to the lower bracket facing Remind, and he has beaten him before.
He has beat them before in the quarterfinals, 2-1. It was a very close series, so we can expect an awesome consolation final. And of course, if Remind can keep his performance that he showed today and yesterday against Fly, then he is definitely a threat for Infi. But between this day and the consolation final, there's plenty of time for both players, for all 3 players, to prepare, to watch replays, and figure out the style of their opponents. The consolation final is on the 22nd of January, the grand final on the 24th. Of course, we will stream it. Of course, we will have an awesome time. Tomorrow starts the 2-on-2 tournament for the NetEase ladder finals. I don't really know if I can catch that, but yeah, Remind versus 120 consolation final. The winner will face Infi once again. The NetEase tournament is just awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I was looking forward to it already, but now, as we have seen the content, as we have seen the games, and as it's evolving and going further and further, it's just an amazing experience, amazing tournament. I would really like to be like at the studio watching the games being played live with all the guys. I think the guys are hanging in there, all the Korean guys watching the games today since Moon played. So it would be fun to just hang around there with Loliot, Moon, and Focus. Would be so cool.
But yeah, unfortunately, you didn't do well in that ladder. Or not
there's
well
no
enough.
chance to qualify for Europe.
I know.
No
I was just kidding. But Foggy made it happen to win the silver medal in the Indra Cup, so nothing is impossible.
Really? He played the Indra Cup?
And not the Indra Cup, the IFAN Cup.
Ah, the IFAN Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he played the Indra Cup.
No.
He lost to who in the final?
ZDR.
ZDR. Ah, okay. Yeah, good job. Still a good accomplishment.
Okay, I think that's it for today. I gotta hurry to get to work. But today, you see it here in the scrolling text. 2030, 8:30, Armies of Azeroth, the long-awaited StarCraft 2 modification that brings Warcraft 3 into an HD environment, will be streamed by us, by Remo, and yeah, let's see what he can do on that new game and how the game is designed and so on. It's gonna be awesome. So